Welcome back today. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and often overlooked treasures of British numismatics, the United Kingdom's legendary 3-pence coins. These coins may seem small and modest at first glance, but many of them hold astonishing value in today's auction markets, especially when found in certain rare conditions. From pre-decimal silver issues to iconic brass varieties, some of these coins are fetching big dollar values and are in extremely high demand among global collectors. Whether you're a passionate collector or someone who just stumbled upon an old coin in a family heirloom, this video might just reveal a hidden treasure in your hands. So let's get started. First up, we're talking about the United Kingdom 3-pence coin from the year 1953, specifically in circulated fine condition, and how this small, humble coin is making big waves in today's auction market with impressive dollar values. Let's begin with the introduction and background of this coin. The 3-pence coin, also known as the threepenny bit, was a vital part of British currency for centuries. The 1953 version of this coin carries special significance as it was minted during the first year of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. After the passing of her father, King George VI, Elizabeth ascended to the throne in 1952, and the year 1953 marked her official coronation. This historic moment was commemorated in various ways, including the issuance of new coins bearing her portrait for the very first time. Therefore, the 1953 3-pence coin is more than just currency. It is a historical symbol representing the dawn of a new royal era. Moving on to the design and features, this coin is made of brass, giving it a distinct yellow-gold appearance. It has 12 sides, a unique dodecagonal shape that makes it stand out from other coins of the time. The obverse side of the coin features a youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. Unlike later portraits, this one shows the queen without a crown, symbolizing a fresh and modern monarchy. The reverse side displays a Tudor portcullis with chains and a crown above, representing British heritage and power. The detailing on both sides is crisp and elegant, and even in circulated fine condition, many of these details remain beautifully visible. The edge of the coin is smooth, and its thickness gives it a sturdy feel in the hand. What makes the 1953 3-pence particularly special is its rarity in the current collector's market. While it was produced in significant numbers for general circulation, many of these coins were lost, melted down, or damaged over the decades. Finding a 1953 3-pence in fine circulated condition, where the design is still sharp and the details are intact, is becoming increasingly difficult. Collectors value such coins because they reflect historical use, yet maintain enough original design to appeal visually. Furthermore, because it was the first coin with Queen Elizabeth II's effigy, collectors and historians see it as the beginning of a long and iconic coinage legacy that lasted until 2022. That kind of historical connection dramatically boosts its desirability. Now let's talk about the current auction market and how this coin performs in today's dollar value terms. As of now, a United Kingdom 1953 3-pence coin in circulated fine condition can fetch between $100,000, depending on visual appeal, luster, and preservation. However, in specialized auctions, where bidding wars break out among passionate collectors, the prices can go much higher. Some listings on premium coin auction platforms have seen bids rising above $170,000 for well-preserved circulated coins with good eye appeal. The price can skyrocket even further if the coin comes with original packaging or as part of a 1953 commemorative set. While it may not be in the millions, the return on such a small denomination coin is impressive, especially when we consider its original face value of only 3-pence. Collectors who are serious about investing in coins or building a historically rich collection should definitely consider acquiring this particular coin. When hunting for the 1953 3-pence, always check the coin's surface for damage, corrosion, or signs of cleaning, as those factors can significantly affect value. Fine condition typically means moderate where with clear design features visible, so always compare with grading charts if you're uncertain. Reputable dealers, estate sales, and certified online auctions are the best places to look for these treasures. It might be worth more than you think. The United Kingdom 1953 3-pence coin in circulated fine condition stands as a small but mighty piece of British history. It captures a turning point in royal and national identity, wrapped in a timeless brass design. Its rarity, historical connection, and collector demand have made it a sought-after item in today's numismatic market, with auction values climbing steadily in dollars. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a history enthusiast, or someone curious about the value of old coins in your possession. Next up, the United Kingdom 3-pence from the year 1954. This coin may seem tiny in size, but when it comes to history, rarity, and collector interest, it stands tall. Especially in circulated condition, the 1954 3-pence has caught the attention of collectors and auction houses across the world. So if you have one in your collection or you're curious about the value of this vintage British coin in today's market, especially its worth in US dollars. To begin with, let's look at the background and history of the 1954 UK 3-pence. The 3-pence coin, often referred to as the threepenny bit, was a regular part of the British currency system for centuries. However, the version we're discussing today is part of the post-World War II coinage under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. The 1954 issue falls into the early years of her rule, making it part of the first generation of coins to bear her portrait. This alone gives it historical significance. The coin was minted at a time when Britain was rebuilding its economy, modernizing its industries, and transitioning into the Elizabethan era of the 20th century. The 1954 3-pence coin is also notable for being among the later editions of the brass 12-sided coins before the shift to decimalization in the 1970s. What sets the 1954 3-pence apart is its unique features. Made of nickel brass and weighing 6.8 grams, it carries a distinct dodecagonal shape, 12 flat sides, making it instantly recognizable. On the obverse, it features the youthful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, a design praised for its elegance and grace. The reverse shows the crowned portcullis, a historic symbol of Westminster, with the denomination 3-pence and the date 1954 inscribed around it. This combination of traditional symbolism and early Elizabethan design makes it highly attractive to collectors who are interested in the numismatic history of Britain. When we talk about rarity, the 1954 3-pence coin presents an interesting case. While it was not a proof-only issue like some other years, it was not struck in massive numbers either. Many of the coins from that time have either been lost, melted, or heavily worn down due to circulation, hold significant numismatic value. This is what makes it rare, not because it was never released, but because very few well-preserved pieces survive in the public domain today. Collectors specifically look for coins that still show the Queen's facial features clearly, the date is fully readable, and the edges are not completely smoothed out. In terms of its value in today's auction market, the 1954 UK 3-pence in circulated condition has surprised many. Depending on the coin's grade, whether it is in fine, very fine, or extremely fine condition, the value in US dollars can vary significantly. On average, a moderately circulated 1954 3-pence can fetch around $150,000. However, coins in above-average condition, or those with better defined details and minimal scratches, have been known to sell for over $220,000 in numismatic auctions, especially if presented with provenance or in a certified holder. And here's where the excitement grows. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for this coin because it completes an important era in their 3-pence series collection. Now, for all the coin collectors out there, if you are holding on to a 1954 3-pence coin, here are a few tips. First, don't clean your coin no matter how dirty it looks. Cleaning can scratch the surface and reduce its value. Instead, store it safely in a soft coin envelope or a plastic flip to preserve its current condition. Second, get it appraised by a local coin expert or dealer if you're not sure about its grade. Third, check recent auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or UK-based sites like Spink to compare prices. You'll be surprised how demand for mid-20th century British coins is growing, especially among international buyers who collect Commonwealth coins. Lastly, if you have multiple old British coins, it's worth grouping them and showing them to a professional. Sometimes a set increases in value more than individual pieces. The United Kingdom 3-pence coin from 1954 in circulated condition may look like a common pocket change from the past, but its historical context, rarity in the current market, and its design make it a valuable collectible. Its auction value in today's numismatic market has steadily increased, particularly in the US, where collectors appreciate British coinage. So whether you're a passionate collector or someone who's inherited an old coin box, the 1954 3-pence is a coin worth paying attention to. Make sure to check your old collections. You just might be holding a tiny piece of British history that's worth more than you ever imagined. Next up, the United Kingdom 3-pence coin from the year 1967, a coin that continues to catch the attention of collectors around the world. Even though it was widely minted, finding one in circulated very fine condition is becoming increasingly rare, and its current value in the auction market might just surprise you. So stay with us till the end as we uncover everything from the coin's history and features to its collector demand and real dollar value in today's coin world. Let's start with the historical background of the 1967 3-pence coin. This particular coin is part of the third and final series of the brass nickel 3-pence, which was first introduced in 1937 during the reign of King George VI and continued under Queen Elizabeth II. The 1967 issue represents the final chapter in this traditional coin's journey. It was minted in large numbers to meet the demands of the British economy just before decimalization, which took place in 1971. Although 1967 appears to be a common year in terms of mintage, what many people don't know is that most of these coins were heavily circulated and used in daily commerce, making pristine or even very fine circulated examples much less common today. That's where the real value lies. Now let's talk about the design and features that make the 1967 3 pence a truly special coin. On the obverse, we see a youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist Mary Gillick, where she wears a laurel wreath and faces right. The legend around the edge reads Elizabeth II de Gratia Regina FD, which is Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse features a striking image of a crowned portcullis, the classic symbol of Westminster, designed by Percy Metcalfe. It's bordered by the inscription 3 pence and the date 1967 at the bottom. The coin itself was minted from brass, composed of 79% copper, 20% zinc, and 1% nickel, giving it a distinctive yellow-gold tone and a 12-sided shape that is instantly recognizable among British pre-decimal coinage. Its weight is approximately 6.8 grams with a diameter of 21 millimeters, making it chunky and durable, perfect for everyday use in its time, and perfect for collectors today who value its iconic shape and feel. What adds to the uniqueness of this coin is not just its design, but also the fact that it was among the last threepence coins ever struck before the UK adopted decimal currency. Even though millions were produced in 1967, finding one in circulated but very fine condition is now a collector's goal. Coins that survived years of usage but retained most of their original details, including a clear portcullis design and an unworn portrait of the Queen, are harder to find than you might expect. Many existing examples are heavily worn, tarnished, or damaged, reducing their desirability. But when you come across one that has seen circulation yet still shines with its original features intact, you've got something special in your hands. This brings us to the heart of today, the rarity and collector demand for the 1967 3 pence in today's market. Because of the coin's historical significance, durable brass composition, and its status as one of the last of its kind before decimalization, demand among British coin collectors remains strong. Collectors are especially drawn to coins that grade very fine or higher because they maintain better eye appeal and detail. Even casual hobbyists are now entering the market, looking to assemble full pre-decimal sets before prices go any higher. Combine this with the fact that international collectors, especially from the United States, Canada, and Australia, are increasingly seeking rare British coins, and you've got a perfect storm for rising auction prices. The current value of the 1967 3 pence in circulated very fine condition. While uncirculated or proof versions may command premium prices, even well-circulated coins in very fine grade are seeing healthy interest. On platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and other coin-selling sites, this coin in very fine condition can sell anywhere from $125,000, depending on presentation, sharpness of detail, and overall preservation. However, certain well-preserved examples with clear, sharp edges and minimal tarnish have recently fetched upwards of $250,000 at online auctions, especially when sold as part of larger pre-decimal collections. Keep in mind, this is a coin that was once worth a fraction of a shilling, and now it's becoming a highly sought-after piece that can grow in value year by year. Now, for those of you who are collectors or aspiring to become one, here are a few tips when it comes to this coin. First, always examine the edges and the detail of the reverse design. A coin with all 12 sides sharply defined and minimal wear on the portcullis is likely to be valued higher. Second, check for any signs of corrosion or damage, as brass coins can be vulnerable to surface discoloration over time. Third, if you're planning to sell or trade this coin, consider getting it professionally graded. If it appears to be in very fine condition or better grading, can significantly increase buyer trust and final auction prices. And finally, be patient. The coin market rewards knowledge, timing, and care. Holding on to well-preserved threepence coins from 1967 could be a smart long-term investment as demand continues to grow for nostalgic pre-decimal currency. The 1967 United Kingdom 3 pence coin is much more than just a piece of outdated currency. It is a reflection of British monetary history, a symbol of design excellence, and a hidden gem for coin collectors worldwide. While it may not seem rare at first glance due to its high mintage, finding one in very fine circulated condition is truly something special. With collector interest increasing and auction prices on the rise, now is the perfect time to check your drawers, old piggy banks, or family coin jars. Who knows? You might be holding a small treasure with a surprisingly big value. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started in the world of numismatics. Next up, a very special and historic piece, the United Kingdom 3-pence coin from the year 1962, specifically in circulated fine condition. This coin, while once an ordinary pocket change in Great Britain, has gained significant attention in recent years in global coin collector communities and online auction markets, where its value can sometimes reach surprisingly high figures, especially in US dollars. Let's begin with the background and history of the 1962 United Kingdom 3-pence coin. The threepence, often referred to as a threepenny bit, has long been a part of British coinage history. Its origins trace back to the 16th century, but the particular design we are discussing today belongs to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. This coin was minted during the post-war era, a time when the UK was recovering economically and politically. The 1962 version was part of the larger British pre-decimal system, which was officially phased out in 1971 when the UK adopted the decimal system. During this time, the 3-pence held a small but meaningful place in daily transactions. It may not have been worth much back then, but as time has passed, its value in terms of history and collectability has grown significantly. Now let's talk about the unique features of this 1962 3-pence coin. This coin is made from a nickel-brass alloy, which gives it a golden tone that stands out compared to other circulating coins of its time. It is dodecagonal in shape, meaning it has 12 sides, a very distinctive design that makes it instantly recognizable among collectors. The obverse of the coin features the first definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by artist Mary Gillick. Her youthful profile is a symbol of the start of a new era in British history. On the reverse side, the coin proudly displays a traditional crowned portcullis with chains, a historical symbol associated with the British Parliament. The date 1962 is clearly struck beneath the design, and the inscription FID Def, meaning Defender of the Faith, also appears. The edge is smooth, and the coin weighs approximately 6.8 grams, with a diameter of 21 millimeters. All these factors give it a charming, vintage appeal that draws collectors from across the globe. When it comes to rarity and condition, the 1962 3-pence is not the rarest year in the series, but it holds value for several reasons. Firstly, many of these coins were heavily circulated, which means finding one in fine or better condition is not always easy. A fine condition circulated coin means the details are still visible, though with wear, and the coin retains most of its original design features. Over time, the number of surviving coins in good shape has dwindled. Furthermore, this coin is part of the final decade before decimalization, adding more historic weight to its appeal. For collectors trying to complete a full set of Queen Elizabeth II 3-pence coins or British pre-decimal coins, the 1962 version in fine condition becomes a must-have. It's not always about mint errors or limited mintage. Sometimes, even regular issue coins gain rarity based on age, historical relevance, and preserved condition. Now let's look at its current market value, especially in the international and online auction world. While the face value of this coin was a mere 3 pence, its collector value has grown significantly in recent years. On UK platforms and international marketplaces such as eBay, Etsy, and specialized numismatic auctions, a circulated 1962 3-pence in fine condition can sell anywhere from $165,000, depending on visual appeal and seller reputation. However, coins in exceptionally fine or uncirculated condition, particularly those with original luster or packaged in sets, can attract even higher prices ranging from $265,000 or more. When listed in auctions, especially among thematic or complete British coin sets, the value increases further as buyers are often willing to pay a premium to complete their collections. The rarity factor, combined with its unique shape and golden tone, makes it desirable in American and Canadian markets, where British historical coins are increasingly popular. If you're a coin collector or someone just starting out in this hobby, here are a few tips to keep in mind regarding this particular coin. Always check the condition of the coin. Avoid coins that are heavily corroded or damaged. Try to identify clear dates and design features. Store your coin in a cool, dry place using acid-free holders or coin flips to prevent further wear. If you come across a bulk lot of old British coins, don't overlook the 3-pence, especially if it's from the early 1960s. Many hidden treasures lie in old jars and forgotten boxes. If you're buying online, try to purchase from sellers who provide clear photos and detailed descriptions. Additionally, Join online coin forums and communities to stay informed about pricing trends and rare finds. Knowledge and patience are your greatest tools in coin collecting. So, to conclude this fascinating journey into the world of the United Kingdom 1962 3-pence coin, we see that even small coins from everyday circulation can carry big value in today's collectors' markets. With its rich history, distinct design, and growing interest among global collectors, this coin has transformed from common currency into a treasured collectible. Whether you're holding one in your collection or hoping to find one at a local market or online auction, keep in mind the importance of condition, demand, and historical significance. These elements are what turn small coins into big deals. Next up, we're diving into the fascinating story of the United Kingdom 3-pence coin from the year 1960, especially those in circulated but very fine condition. This coin may look small in size, but its historical depth and market interest today have made it one of the talked-about pieces in the auction and collector community. So grab a cup of tea and stay with us till the end as we take you on a journey through time, value, and numismatic passion. To understand the significance of the 1960 UK 3-pence coin, we first have to take a step back into its historical and royal background. This coin was minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, just a few years after she ascended the throne in 1952. It was part of the long-running pre-decimal currency system used in the UK, where 12 pence made a shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. The 3-pence coin, often called a threepenny bit by the British public, had already become an iconic coin by then, known for its distinct 12-sided shape and brass color. The 1960 version is one of the later issues before the UK switched to decimalization in 1971, making it historically important as part of the last chapters of an era. What sets the 1963 pence apart from earlier issues is its continued use of the distinctive design introduced in 1937. On the obverse, it features the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, capturing the freshness and dignity of the newly crowned monarch. The reverse showcases a stylized Tudor portcullis with chains and a crown, designed by artist Madge Ellis, a strong symbol of British heritage and history. This design had become a staple of mid-century British coinage and was instantly recognizable in the pockets and purses of millions across the country. The coin was struck in nickel brass, giving it a hard, durable quality that has helped many examples survive even in circulated conditions. Now let's talk about the uniqueness and rarity of the 1963 pence coin in circulated but very fine condition. While it's not the rarest date in the series, many examples were lost to time, melted down, or heavily worn. Coins in very fine condition mean they still retain much of the original detail-sharp lettering, defined portrait, and reverse design, but show light signs of circulation. Such a condition is highly desirable to collectors who aim to complete their mid-20th century British coin sets without necessarily paying the premium for mint state or uncirculated examples. The coin's unique 12-sided shape and golden hue make it stand out in any collection, increasing its visual appeal and collector demand. The demand for the 1963 pence has grown steadily, especially among collectors from outside the UK, such as in the United States, Canada, and Australia, where British heritage coins are gaining popularity. Auction houses and online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and even some numismatic forums have shown increasing interest in well-preserved circulated examples. In today's market, a 1963 pence coin in very fine condition can fetch anywhere from $175,000 depending on the buyer's interest, coin's exact grade, and overall eye appeal. In rare cases where the coin has strong luster and minimal blemishes despite circulation, prices have gone even higher. It may not sound like a fortune, but considering its original face value and the fact that many of these coins were once spent on basic items like newspapers or sweets, the appreciation in value is impressive. For collectors looking to get their hands on a 1963 pence coin or evaluating one they already have, here are some important tips. Always assess the condition under good lighting. Look for clear detail in the Queen's hair and the chains of the portcullis. Avoid coins with deep scratches, corrosion, or damage that reduces numismatic value. Also, authenticity is key. Although this coin is not heavily counterfeited, it's still important to purchase from reputable dealers or platforms with return guarantees. Consider getting it graded by a professional service like NGC or PCGS if it looks particularly sharp, as encapsulated coins can fetch higher prices due to added buyer confidence. The 1960 United Kingdom 3-pence coin is more than just an old piece of metal. It's a preserved piece of post-war British history, representing the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the craftsmanship of British minting, and the era before decimalization transformed the monetary system. Whether you're a serious collector, a beginner, or someone who found this coin in an old drawer or inherited collection, this coin holds both sentimental and monetary value. Keep an eye on the auction trends, maintain your coin's condition, and who knows, you might be holding on to a tiny treasure that continues to grow in worth. Next up, a truly iconic piece of British numismatic history, the United Kingdom 3-pence coin from the year 1941. This tiny coin may seem modest at first glance, especially in circulated condition. Its background, design, wartime significance, and growing appeal among collectors make it a rare and increasingly valuable item in the world of coin auctions. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just stepping into the fascinating realm of historical coins, this video will give you everything you need to know about the 1941 3-pence coin and why it's making noise in today's dollar auction markets. Let's begin with the history and background of the 1941 United Kingdom 3-pence. This coin was minted during one of the most turbulent periods in modern history, the heart of World War II. In 1941, Great Britain was deeply entrenched in the global conflict, and every aspect of daily life, including currency, reflected the austerity and urgency of wartime Britain. The 3-pence coin was an essential part of the pre-decimal currency system, where 12 pence made up 1 shilling and 20 shillings made a pound. This coin was widely used in daily commerce by British citizens buying groceries, bus tickets, and basic goods. Despite its common usage, coins minted during this wartime era are now rare survivors, especially in any collectible condition. The 1941 3-pence coin features a distinctive 12-sided design that immediately sets it apart from other coins of the time. Made of nickel brass, the coin was not only tough enough to withstand daily circulation, but also a cost-effective solution for the wartime economy. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the portrait of King George VI facing left, with the Latin inscription Georgievs 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, which translates to George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. The reverse side displays a stylized thrift plant, a symbol of modesty and resilience with the words 3-pence and the date 1941 inscribed around it. The coin's edges are reeded and provide an extra level of tactile uniqueness. The 12-sided shape not only made it easy to distinguish by touch, especially in low lighting such as bomb shelters and blackout conditions, but also made it stand out visually. As for rarity and condition, most of the 1941 3-pence coins you'll find today are in circulated condition, since they were used extensively during the war. However, even circulated examples hold historical and collector value. The real collector demand kicks in when coins show original details, less wear, and intact designs. A circulated but relatively fine condition coin may still display sharpness in the king's facial features and clear visibility of the thrift plant, date, and lettering. Uncirculated or proof versions of this coin are significantly rarer, but even circulated coins have become increasingly hard to find in good condition due to the natural wear over more than 80 years. Collectors are especially drawn to coins with strong strikes and minimal damage or corrosion. Now let's talk about the current market value in today's coin auctions. While values fluctuate based on overall coin condition, market demand, and auction trends, a 1941 UK 3-pence coin in average circulated condition can sell for around $146,000. If you find one in better than average condition, say, fine or very fine with clean details, and less where the price could easily go above $20 to $30. In some cases, coins with exceptional eye appeal or historical provenance have sold for even higher amounts. Online auctions, numismatic shows, and private collectors regularly pay premium prices for these wartime coins, especially when paired in sets or preserved in quality holders. What makes this coin more appealing is its historical association with World War II Britain, giving it both monetary and emotional value to collectors and historians. For coin collectors and enthusiasts who want to acquire or hold on to this piece, there are a few important tips. First, always check the condition carefully. Circulated coins are common, but ones with sharp details, original color, and no corrosion command better prices. Secondly, verify authenticity through reputable dealers or grading services to avoid fakes or altered pieces. Third, keep your coin in a protective case to prevent further wear and damage. Finally, pay attention to the market trends. The value of historical coins like this one often rises with time, especially as they become scarcer and more appreciated for their heritage. The 1941 United Kingdom 3-pence coin may be small in size, but carries massive historical weight. Born out of one of the darkest chapters of the 20th century, This coin not only represents the resilience and thriftiness of wartime Britain, but also stands as a testament to a nation's economy and people under immense pressure. Whether you're holding one in your hand or hoping to find one in an old family collection, know that this little coin has a big story and an even bigger place in numismatic history. With the growing interest in historical coins and the rising auction values seen today, the 1941 3 pence has secured its spot among collectible treasures. So if you come across one of these wartime coins in your pocket change or forgotten drawer, think twice. It might just be your gateway into the fascinating world of rare and valuable British coins. Next up, we're taking a deep look at a fascinating piece of British numismatic history. The United Kingdom 3 pence coin from the year 1943, especially in circulated fine condition. While this small coin may not look like much at first glance, collectors around the world are showing increasing interest in its unique qualities, historic background, and rising auction value in today's market. So if you have an old coin collection lying around or are simply interested in how much this wartime coin is worth today in dollars, this video is going to walk you through every essential detail. The story of the 1943 3 pence coin begins during the height of World War II. By 1943, Britain was in the thick of global conflict, and the country's resources were being pushed to the limit. Coins of this era reflect those tough times. Originally, the British 3 pence coin, also known as the threepenny bit, was minted in silver. But due to the increasing need to conserve valuable metals during wartime, the Royal Mint transitioned to a new brass alloy composition starting in 1937, which remained through the 1940s. That makes the 1943 3 pence coin part of the wartime brass coinage series. It was struck in a composition of 79% copper, 20% zinc, and 1% nickel, giving it a golden yellow appearance that made it distinct from other coins in circulation at the time. Measuring around 21 millimeters in diameter with a weight of 6.8 grams, it has a 12-sided dodecagonal shape that made it easy to identify by touch alone, a very clever feature, especially helpful during blackouts and limited lighting situations of war. The obverse of the 1943 3 pence coin features the crown portrait of King George VI facing left, accompanied by the inscription Georgiv 6D, G, BR, OMN, Rex F laughing face, IND, IMP, which translates to George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. This was standard for coins of the time, but holds extra meaning considering the pressures and duties placed on the monarchy during wartime. On the reverse side, we see a classic design, a stylized thrift plant with 3 heads, symbolizing thriftiness and resilience. The words 3 pence appear around the upper edge with the date 1943 placed prominently at the bottom. This reverse design was introduced in 1937 and remained in use throughout the brass 3 pence coin era. Now let's talk about why the 1943 3 pence coin is gaining so much attention among collectors. While this coin had a reasonably high mintage, over 100 million were produced. The condition, metal composition, and historic context play a major role in determining its value. Coins in uncirculated or extremely fine condition can demand strong prices at auction. However, even circulated pieces in fine condition, which show moderate wear but still retain clear details, are becoming harder to find in the wild. That scarcity in fine quality has sparked renewed demand in recent years. Collectors and investors alike are turning their eyes toward mid-century British coinage, especially those with historical relevance like this 1943 issue from the World War II era. In today's auction and collector's market, a circulated 1943 UK 3 pence in fine condition can fetch anywhere from $185,000 depending on its eye appeal, or patterns, and demand at the time of sale. But it doesn't stop there. Some buyers are willing to pay even more if the coin comes with a provenance or is part of a complete date run. On online marketplaces and specialist auctions, we've even seen prices climbing to $250,000 for a nicely toned piece in well-preserved fine condition, particularly when it's accompanied by proper documentation or has attractive patina. The coin's potential to increase in value over time is another factor driving interest. As supply continues to dwindle due to damage, metal corrosion, or collectors holding them in private collections, the price trend for coins like this is expected to rise gradually over the coming years. If you are a collector looking to add a 1943 3 pence coin to your collection, there are a few important tips to keep in mind. Always ensure you're purchasing from a reputable dealer or auction platform. Pay close attention to grading. Terms like fine, very fine, and extremely fine have specific definitions in numismatics, and they directly impact the value. Consider getting your coin professionally graded if you believe it could be worth more. Also, store your coins in a dry, temperature-controlled environment to prevent further deterioration, especially since the brass alloy can react to moisture over time. And lastly, build relationships within the coin collecting community. Whether through forums, Facebook groups, or coin fairs, networking can open up opportunities for acquiring rare coins and staying updated on market trends. The United Kingdom 3-pence coin from 1943 may seem like a humble little piece of metal, but it holds great historical significance and increasing value in the world of coin collecting. With its wartime background, unique 12-sided shape, and brass composition, it's more than just spare change. It's a tangible link to Britain's past. Whether you're holding on to one from a family heirloom or discovering it in a box of old coins, don't overlook its potential. As demand grows and availability shrinks, now could be the perfect time to take a closer look at your collection or even list a few pieces in the auction market. You never know, this small coin might bring you a surprising return in US dollars. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed learning about the 3-pence coin, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins and valuable finds. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on coins that could turn your change into cash. See you in the next video.